Have you ever wondered how your favorite celebrities never seem to age? Even when they're caught by paparazzi cameras without makeup, sunbathing at the beach, or picking up a coffee in the morning, they still look years younger than they should. No droopy jowls or saggy necks. But this isn't new, it's been this way for decades. What are these famous wealthy celebrities doing that you aren't? Well, just recently, a well known Beverly Hills cosmetic surgeon that you've seen on TV countless times and has many A-list celebrity clients, has finally divulged his long-standing secret. And it's not what you might think it is. It's actually a simple and fascinating reveal that you can do in your own home in just 2 minutes twice a day.
He's been featured as a leading expert on entertainment news television, Oprah, the Discovery Channel, ABC News, Nip Tuck, and more. He was the executive producer's plastic surgeon of choice for the first season of the hit TV series Extreme Makeover. Before opening his private plastic surgery practice over 1 decade ago, Dr. Malcolm Lesevoy was full-time professor of plastic and reconstructive surgery at UCLA for 25 years.
Hi, my name is Dr. Malcolm Lesevoy, and in the next 2 minutes, I'm going to tell you how an extremely embarrassing story involving a wedding, a fake grandmother, and an urgent bathroom visit of all things led me to discover one of the biggest anti-aging breakthroughs of the 21st century. Based on incredible new research from the Journal of Cosmetic Science, I will show you how this amazing new method works, using proteins from your own body to begin restoring your skin's youthful appearance in as little as 30 days, taking your skin from loose, saggy, and dull to tight, lifted, and vibrant without doing so much as lifting a finger. It won't require you to use harsh chemicals like old times or resort to barbaric surgeries like facelifts and neck tucks. This simple trick can even be done from the comfort of your own home and is so dirt cheap, it might as well be free. Now, you may be feeling skeptical, and trust me, I once felt this way too. But the truth is, this 100% natural solution goes against everything that mainstream cosmetic companies and big pharma want you to believe about anti-aging. Many of the reasons you've been told by doctors and cosmetic ads about why your skin wrinkles is not only misleading, but is actually dead wrong. And you will be shocked to find out the real reason has almost nothing to do with your genetics, your age, or skin type, but instead is the result of a poorly understood mechanism that right this second is instructing your brain to stop producing a simple protein which controls aging. And by simply tricking your brain into turning this protein back on, you can allow this dormant compound, which still exists in your body, to start producing fresh, natural, anti-aging cells just as it did in the past. It doesn't matter if you're 29 or 79, have dry skin or oily skin. If you've tried everything already, have a large amount of wrinkles, this solution will effortlessly tighten and smooth every square inch on your face and neck, leaving all your friends and family to wonder, what is your secret? In this short but information-packed presentation, I'm going to show you exactly how you too can safely and easily turn on this protein for yourself. This groundbreaking solution has now been used by over 52,063 people, and this video is starting to go viral. So if you are at all interested in learning how to take years off your appearance in the next 30 days, it is very important that you watch this presentation right now until the very end. There's no guarantee that this will still be here tomorrow or even in a few hours from now. In it, I expose the corrupt practices of many well-known cosmetic companies, plastic surgeons, and even the government agencies that regulate them. They are absolutely furious that a solution so easy and inexpensive and effective is being distributed freely to their customers, right under their noses, and they will do everything in their power to have this presentation shut down for good. But don't just take it from me. Listen closely to the story I'm about to tell you, and you will hear how the most influential patient I ever had helped me to expose their lies and uncover this jaw-dropping secret. This is Sandra. I've changed her name to protect her privacy, but her story is so important to my discovery that I just have to share it with you. You see, Sandra was a stay-at-home mother. She was married young and had been with her husband for almost 28 years. Most people looking in from the outside would say Sandra was living the American dream. Her kids got great grades, her son was part of the football team, and she even had a golden retriever puppy. She was happy. But one rainy morning in May, that all changed. It was the morning of her 50th birthday, and as Sandra sat looking into her vanity mirror, as she did every morning, she had a revelation. She wasn't the same young woman that had started this journey with her husband 28 years ago. The longer she stared, the more she found wrong. Her crow's feet went across her eyes like cracks in the desert floor. Her lips looked thin and frail, and her neck and décolleté hung like old curtains at a movie theater. As much as she tried to be positive, she just didn't feel beautiful anymore. She started to panic. She had never stopped to think about what it meant to turn 50. It hit her like a ton of bricks. She had been so busy taking care of her family all these years, she had forgotten to take care of herself. Sandra had always taken her perfect skin for granted when she was young, not needing to do much to look nice. But as she sat there, staring at a 50-year-old woman who now looked 65, a sense of loss fell over her. She knew she had let herself go. Her daughter was getting married that summer, and right then and there she made a promise to herself that she was going to make a change. There was no way she was going to show up to see all her friends and family she hadn't seen in years looking like a withered up old prune. Sandra tried everything: balm, serums, moisturizers, scrub, peels, but the more and more products she tried, the more and more depressed she came, as nothing seemed to make a lick of difference. One of the most expensive creams even caused her to break out like a teenager. They were basically just plain old moisturizers in pretty boxes. Many studies even found that the chemicals used in making these moisturizers, such as BPAs, sulfates, and parabens, are now known to be carcinogenic, meaning they can contribute to causing cancer. It's no wonder none of these solutions work. She may as well saved a few $100s and bought a bottle of Jergens at Walgreens. Sandra's self-esteem hit an all-time low, and it couldn't have come at a worse time. The big day had arrived, the morning of her daughter's wedding. Despite her recent struggles, the excitement surrounding the day gave Sandra the courage to shake off the negativity that had been weighing her down and fill her mind with busy work. Like any proud mom, she began helping however she could, running through last-minute to-dos, organizing hair and makeup, even picking the music for the first dance. Everything was going off without a hitch. All of Sandra's closest family and friends began to file in to take their seats, but as the ceremony was about to start, what should have been one of the proudest moments of Sandra's life quickly became one of the worst. The priest walked to the podium at the front of the room, and a silence fell over the guests. As custom dictates, he began to introduce the groom's family, and then turned to Sandra's side of the aisle to introduce the brides. He looked directly at Sandra, and the words rung through the pews of the church like an echo in a cave. "Here we have the bride's grandmother." Everyone was staring directly at Sandra. It felt like 1,000 eyeballs were burning a hole in her head. All the negative thoughts she had been feeling came swarming back in like a tsunami. Her face filled with blood as her normally pale complexion turned beet red. She didn't know what to do. Almost out of instinct, she turned and ran for the restroom, the only place she could think to hide. Moments later, I met Sandra. "You've had a panic attack," I said. I could tell she was mortified, so I didn't press for details. I simply made sure she would be okay and quietly slipped her my card saying, "Come see me if you need help." Weeks passed, and eventually I came to accept that Sandra might not come. But that one day, I heard a faint voice in my waiting room. "I'm looking for Dr. Malcolm Lesavoy." I knew right away who it was. I had been quite concerned with her well-being since the wedding, and I was eager to see how I could help. Sandra explained the whole situation to me, going into great detail about the emotional pain and suffering she had been feeling over her aging appearance. "I feel like I'm having a midlife crisis," she said. Luckily for Sandra, I had dealt with over 10,000 women at my clinic. I'd seen it all. I'd spent nearly a decade developing anti-aging formulas at the Vibrance Compounding Labs in Florida. But Sandra's problems were unique. I had never seen such an advanced case at her age. Her skin had developed deep wrinkles around both the eyes and mouth. Her forehead brow was furrowed like a rolling wave, and the skin around the neck and décolleté had almost detached itself from the jawline. She was in a desperate state, even telling me she had considered Botox and plastic surgery. 1 in every 10,000 cosmetic surgeries end in death, I told her. "Is that how you want to leave your kids?" She looked at me sheepishly and said, "I just don't know what to do anymore. I've tried everything." Sandra, this is not your fault. The truth is, there's a dirty little secret in the skincare industry no one really talks about. Her head tilted to the side immediately, as though she was skeptical of what I was about to say. The products being sold to you are not meant to fix your problem. They're only meant to treat the symptoms. There's only one thing that actually causes your skin to wrinkle, I explain. That is a breakdown in your skin's structural proteins. There are lots of different proteins in our skin which are known scientifically as amino acids. These amino acids make up our skin's complexion. You may have heard of some of them, such as keratin, actin, and laminin. But there are only 2 that really matter for preventing wrinkles: collagen and elastin. Elastin is an amino acid in your body that acts like an elastic band, giving your skin the ability to snap back into place after it stretches. Without it, your skin starts to sag and lose its shape. On the other hand, collagen makes up about 71% of the amino acid in your skin, providing it with its fullness, supple touch, and vibrance. When combined, they're what give your skin its youthful look. The problem is, after you turn 18, your body collagen and elastin production decrease by about 1% per year. And now that you're 50 years old, the collagen and elastin receptors in your body have mostly begun to shut off. This is why none of the things you've been trying make any difference. They weren't designed to address these problems, only to mask them with temporary results. Her response cut through the air like a sire. Then why did I spend so much money on all this junk? The thing was, Sandra's wrinkles had already become so deep that in order to fix her problem for good, not only would we have to find a way to stop the breakdown of collagen and elastin, we had to find a way to turn it back on. I didn't want to say it, but as far as I knew at the time, it was not possible to restore collagen and elastin production. We only had the technology to slow it down. But just then, Sandra shot up like a bolt of lightning. There was this one thing my cousin in France told me about on Facebook. She said it had been going viral in Europe, but I couldn't find it anywhere. It was called a peptide. Do you think that could help? I knew what peptides were, of course. I had seen studies linking them to muscle regeneration in athletes for years, but I never thought of using them for skin regeneration. It was an exciting idea, but I hadn't heard of any products or prescriptions in North America that used peptides for anti-aging. I didn't want Sandra to get her hopes up, so I told her I would look into it and made her a promise that we would find a solution. I was so intrigued by the idea that the minute Sandra left my office, I had my secretary cancel the rest of my appointments for the day, and I got down to research right away. I searched high and low, digging through old reports, medical journals, and even speaking with some of my most esteemed colleagues, but all I could find was the same old information about athletes and muscle growth. There were a couple reports about foods that were high in peptides, such as whole grains and beans, but the concentrations were nowhere near high enough to achieve the result I was looking to find. I started looking into her cousin's claim that peptides were being used in France. It seemed that may have been true, but all the reports were in French, and the products I did find were extremely expensive and only in their raw ingredient form. In some cases, they were over $600 a milligram. In my heart of hearts, I knew there was only one place left to go. I had to go back to research I had started so many years ago at Vibrance Compounding Labs in Florida. There was no place in America more on the cutting edge of anti-aging technology. The high-tech equipment we used at the time allowed me to conduct research other labs had only dreamed of doing. If there was one last place I would be able to dig up the information I needed to find on peptides, it would be in those files. My excitement overwhelmed me, and I found myself rushing frantically through my papers. I began rifling through our old experiments on reversatol, retinoic acid, and retinoids, but I couldn't find anything. My heart started to sink. What if I had promised something to Sandra that I couldn't achieve? But just then, I spotted it. In the back of the filing cabinet, behind the amino acid files, a brownish-yellow file folder neatly tucked away labeled Peptides. As I flipped through page after page of studies, my eyes became wider and wider. I couldn't believe what I had stumbled upon. One study from a lab in Sweden called Pentapharm Labs found that peptides could produce a stunning 52% reduction in the depth of wrinkles in just 28 days. And amazingly, they found in multiple trials that they were 100% safe for human use. I couldn't believe what I was reading. But that wasn't the only study to find this. Another study published in 2013 by Spring International in Switzerland showed that in a sample of 60 total subjects, the group which received a peptide cream once daily showed an anti-wrinkle effect of 48.9%. That was like peeling away 10 years of wrinkles and sagging skin in only 1 month. This was a very profound moment for me. But I quickly learned it wasn't going to be quite that simple. It turns out that peptides are actually very complex structures. At their most basic level, a peptide is just an amino acid, or as I explained, commonly known as a protein. But the thing that makes peptides special compared to other proteins is that when they are applied directly, they have the ability to talk to the receptors in your skin, much the same way an antibiotic is able to tell the white blood cells in your body how to kill the infection. Peptides can do the same thing for your skin. The problem is, while peptides can be used to remove sagging, crow's feet, dry patches, dark spots, and deep wrinkles, there are a lot of different compounds, so you have to know which peptide will fix which issue. Sandra's skin was already so aged, I was going to have to find an extremely effective combination of peptide to heal the damage. I started digging deeper into the studies to find the exact formulas that labs had been using. The first ingredient which I found was in almost every formula. It was called a neurotransmitter peptide, or neuropeptide for short. It was specifically added to prevent the breakdown of elastin I told you about earlier. Some researchers even called it Botox in a bottle. It works by sending a signal to your brain to block the contractions that break down elastin in your skin. You see, every time you smile, laugh, or frown, your face makes an expression in the same exact place. Over time, this breaks down the elastin structure in these spots, causing a wrinkle. By applying a neuropeptide to the affected area, we can trick the brain into stopping the skin from making these movements in the first place, preventing future wrinkles from developing or existing wrinkles from getting worse. This would fix Sandra's skin from suffering further elastin breakdown, but I still needed to find a way to restore Sandra's collagen production. What I found next literally blew me away. One of the studies had combined a second type of peptide and saw even more dramatic results. It was called a signal peptide. They called it this because it literally sends signals to your brain, giving it instructions on what proteins to produce in your skin. By doing this, signal peptides can once again trick the brain into producing amino acid proteins like collagen, even after your body has stopped producing it naturally. In fact, the study found that when 23 female volunteers aged from 42 to 67 years old used a signal peptide cream twice daily on half of their face, after just 2 months, there was an incredible 39% overall reduction in the depth of their wrinkles. But that wasn't all. Scientists also found that signal peptides could reduce skin roughness by 16%, improve skin tone by 15%, lift sagging skin by 17%, and even heal damage from UV rays by 20%. I couldn't believe what I was reading in these studies. Not only could signal peptides help prevent future wrinkles, but they were also repairing wrinkles that already existed. This was great, but there was still one huge problem. Why weren't they being sold everywhere? I just couldn't understand it. Well, this is where my research started to get really dark, and I went back to the corruption I told you about earlier. It turns out that way back in 1938, in an effort to preserve the consumer, the U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt established the Food, Drug, and Cosmetics Act, which we now refer to as the FDA. In a huge oversight, he left open what is still considered the biggest legal loopholes in history. He had accidentally only given the FDA powers to regulate medical claims. This meant that as long as cosmetics products didn't claim to have any medical benefits, they could market almost anything they wanted, and there was nothing the FDA could do to stop it. Unfortunately, this destroyed the majority of anti-aging research taking place in America. There was no longer any motivation for cosmetic companies to put out better products. They could just market better results and continue to sell the same old junk at huge profit margins instead. But it gets worse. I actually found lawsuits that tried to stop this blatant scam in 1987 after being pressured by consumer advocate groups. The FDA tried to fix its rules to protect women from all the misleading ads that were scamming them out of their hard-earned money. They launched a lawsuit against a cosmetics company you may have heard of, Estee Lauder. The same Estee Lauder that owns many of the most trusted cosmetic brands in America like Clinique, Aveda, and MAC Cosmetics. The FDA made the case that Estee Lauder's marketing had become so deceptive to women, it was now making medical claims that were completely untrue. But Estee Lauder knew the FDA had no authority to establish rules on advertising, so they gathered the cosmetics industry to lobby the government to drop the case. Sadly, it worked. The lawsuit was dismissed by the U.S. District Court in 1989, leaving Estee Lauder and the cosmetics industry free to continue to operate with almost no regulation. No wonder I had only been able to find these studies in Europe. This is when I knew what happened to Sandra was no accident. She had spent thousands of dollars on these scams, and it turned out they were nothing more than snake oil formulas from 1938. The answer was clear as day. I was going to have to make my own peptide cream from scratch. I wasn't going to let any more of my patients get duped into underpowered and outdated creams again. My theory was simple. I would take all the successful peptide compounds I had found in the studies, and instead of limiting them to a single use, I would combine them all together. I had never done this before, but it just might work. The problem was processing raw peptides was extremely expensive, and they are very hard to get your hands on. But I was still going to need to find a production lab that would let me test out such a radical new concept. I looked far and wide across the United States to find a partner who had the experience to get it done. The lab I found not only shared my vision, but had been formulated skin creams for one of America's most demanding skincare companies in Miami's Wynwood district. The best part was I could make my product right here in the USA with American workers. The lab was called Bella Ita Skin Lab. I jumped all over this opportunity and got right down to business experimenting with hundreds of combinations using the strongest neuro and signal peptides on the planet. After testing for what felt like months, I struck pay dirt. I found a combination that not only met all the strength and potency guidelines from the studies, but actually exceeded them. It went on smooth, dried quickly, and left no greasy residue whatsoever. The only thing left I had to do was test it, and I knew right away who the obvious first patient would be. "Sandra, you've got to come in," I said. "I have something incredibly exciting to show you." I could hear the tone of her voice lift up immediately. "I'll be right there." Sandra came rushing through my door not an hour later. Her face was flushed red, and she was out of breath. I came as soon as I could. I gave Sandra the very first bottle of cream I had produced and told her to apply it morning and night, right before bed and right when she woke up. We then agreed that she would come in every few days to monitor the results. The first 24 hours passed and we noticed no significant changes in the depth of her wrinkles. Day 7 and 8 went by, and still no improvement. My initial excitement and expectation was beginning to wane, and I was starting to doubt everything I had found. Had I been foolish enough to think that I could actually create a formula to repair Sandra's aging skin? No, because on day 14, something incredible happened. Sandra came into my office for a follow-up just like she had before. I got out my tools and, lo and behold, I couldn't believe it. The improvement was remarkable. The depth of Sandra's wrinkles had improved by 15%. It may not seem like a lot, but trust me when I tell you, Sandra was overjoyed. But this wasn't the end of her results. Over the next 5 weeks, Sandra's wrinkle depth continued to improve by 25%, then 32%, then finally 44%. After a full 60 days, we had removed close to half of the wrinkles on Sandra's face. Not only were they less noticeable than before, the peptides had begun to fully refresh her skin's overall appearance, improving the elasticity, brightening her skin tone, boosting collagen production, lightening dark spots, and even tightening the sagging, crepey skin around her neck and jaw. Her husband and family could not believe the transformation. I had to prove that this wasn't just a fluke. I quickly began giving the formula to any and every one of my patients who wanted to try it, and the things I heard back from them simply blew my mind. They felt their skin was softer and more supple, that they got increased attention from their spouse and friends, didn't feel as self-conscious about their appearance, that their youthful looks make them feel younger at heart. And the best part, every single woman reported a drastically improved appearance in their wrinkles. This was real proof that a natural solution which didn't require surgery, Botox, or outdated cosmetic creams could help millions of women repair their aging skin and live a happier life. Now, before I tell you exactly how you can get this formula to heal and tighten your skin, I want to be fully upfront and honest with you. This journey has been deeply personal to me, not only because it helped Sandra to overcome her personal struggles, but because I have seen how high the cost of not making a change can be. Many of my patients have fallen victim to the same scams that Sandra fell for, being overpromised and underdelivered by countless cosmetic companies and pharmaceutical solutions. I've seen them get their hopes up over and over just to be let down one more time. And I understand how this affects their self-esteem, their confidence, and their well-being. It's why today I'm making a pledge to expose this lie once and for all and reveal a permanent solution by offering you a formula powerful enough to reverse aging skin from the inside out in as little as 30 days. And I've called it Bella Ita Skin Lab Anti-Aging Facelift Complex. This one-of-a-kind lab-strength anti-aging cream is proven to repair your skin and release your wrinkles using the strongest peptides on the planet. This is the only anti-aging cream you need in your cabinet. The best part is, there's no crazy skincare routine to do. All it takes is 45 seconds morning and night. Simply apply a small dab to your face and neck and let the cream do the work. It's that easy. So, let me tell you exactly what I'm going to give you in your very own anti-aging facelift complex today. First off, you will get my absolute favorite neuropeptide compound called Snap 8. I've never found a more effective ingredient to stop the breakdown of elastin I told you about earlier. It works wonderfully to relax the facial muscles that create expression lines and creases, causing them to disappear before they even start to form. I could bottle this amazing peptide all by itself, and I promise you would be incredibly happy with the results. But I didn't stop there. I'm going to give you the second neuropeptide called argireline. When combined with SNAP-8, it becomes even more effective at targeting some of the most stubborn areas of your face, like eye bags and crow's feet. But that's not all you're going to get. As a bonus, I'm going to give you a third peptide in the formula you get today, Matrixyl Synth 6, the closest thing I have ever found to a fountain of youth. This signal peptide has been proven by the best labs in the world over and over again to boost collagen production by up to 54% in just 1 month, producing results that even dermatologists have described as the full package effect and a true game changer. By itself, this compound would do wonders to repair the wrinkles and sagging skin on your face and décolleté. But now that I've combined all 3 of these ingredients together, which remember has never been done until now, the cream you're going to get today has the power to take a minimum of 10 years off of your age in just 30 days. Now look, I'm not going to lie to you. You can go out and try to source these peptides yourself, but don't be fooled like Sandra was. The peptide creams that you're going to find at the stores or on Amazon are not what I'm offering you here today. First off, they are insanely expensive. If you were to purchase a single neuropeptide cream to stop the breakdown of elastin in your skin, you would easily pay upwards of $200 a bottle. On top of that, if you were then to add a signal peptide cream to boost collagen production, you would pay at least another $150 a bottle, a total of over $350 a month. That's just insane, right? But since I have combined all 3 peptides into one formula, I was able to buy the ingredients in bulk to save huge amounts of money. In addition, because I'm giving you this cream directly, I have no marketing costs, no celebrities to pay, and no crazy markups from the retail stores. All savings which I am passing directly on to you. So, how much does it cost and where can you get it? Well, before I tell you how much the anti-aging facelift complex costs, I want to be clear that you shouldn't be thinking about this as a cost in the first place. This is an investment in yourself, an investment in your self-esteem, your skin, and an investment in your youth. Imagine how it will feel to walk in a room with confidence, never worrying about what people are thinking again. Imagine no longer having to spend hundreds of dollars on makeup and creams to hide your aging skin. This is the most important investment in yourself that you will ever make. It's like my grandma used to tell me, you can't put a price on your youth. But according to a new study, it shows that the average woman spends close to $5,100 a year on makeup, cosmetics, and beauty treatments, or to break it down even further, about $412 a month. So the decision to invest a tiny amount today is actually going to save you thousands of dollars over the next 10, 20, or 30 years. If I were to price the anti-aging facelift complex in the marketplace and then spend millions of dollars on marketing, I would have to charge at least $299 a bottle just to cover my costs on this groundbreaking solution. And many women I've spoken to said they would gladly pay double that amount for the life-changing experience they have had. But that's not what I'm going to do today. I'm not going to ask you for anything near that figure. I'll not even ask you for half of that figure, or a quarter for that matter. All I'm asking today is for you to help me cover the costs of the raw ingredients I use to make the anti-aging facelift complex so I can continue to spread this message. Normally on my website, a bottle of anti-aging facelift complex would go for around $79.99. However, because I want to thank you for spending valuable time watching my presentation, and because I know you want to make a change in your life, I've put together a special internet-only offer. Today, and only while supplies last, you're going to get my biggest discount ever of only $39.99 a bottle. That's almost 52% off my regular price. I promise you will never see it this low again. All you need to do is click the Next Step button below to get started. Get the anti-aging facelift complex today for as low as just $39.99 a bottle. But it gets even better, because many of the women who use my anti-aging facelift complex love it so much, they want to make sure they never miss a single day. I'm even going to cover the cost of shipping and handling to send it out to you, so you won't spend a dime on packaging or freight. However, as with any great deal, there is a catch. This offer is available to new customers only, and only until we run out of supplies. This initial supply run of anti-aging facelift complex is only 3,500 bottles, and once I run out of stock, that's it. The deal will be gone too until I'm able to produce a second batch, which can take anywhere from 3 to 6 months. So please don't hesitate to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get back your youthful-looking skin before we're all sold out. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain, just like Sandra did. And to make this offer even more risk-free for you, I'm going to back it with a full 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not completely thrilled with your purchase today, simply return it, and we will offer a full and prompt refund. Every single penny, no questions asked. Just contact our support team by phone at 855-583-1991 or email us at support@vibrancelabs.com. I would never make you this offer if I didn't absolutely believe that you are going to love my new anti-aging facelift, and because I want you to try it for the full 30 days to see the amazing results you're going to achieve. You can even send us back the empty bottle. That's right, use the anti-aging facelift complex from the comfort of your own home every day for 30 days. And if you don't feel like it virtually erases the fine lines and wrinkles on your skin and gives you a smoother looking complexion, send us back the empty bottle and our helpful customer care agents will take care of the rest. It's completely risk-free. Just click the Next Step button below to give it a try today. Simply begin the process by answering a few easy questions as we match you up with the proper discounts. Then select your package and we will rush your package to ship out within the next 24 hours. What are you waiting for? All you have to do is click the Next Step button below to get started. Here are a few short clips of what some of my patients had to say.
So I found Bella at a Skin Lab and I've been using it for just a short amount of time. I have to say I've seen results from this cream more than I have from all those other creams combined.
I use Bella Eater all over my face and neck. It makes my skin feel silky and actually firmer under my chin. I'm just thrilled with it.
My confidence has never been higher. I am so happy with my results. I can't thank Dr. Lesavoy enough.
Remember, when you order today, what you're getting is an all-in-one age-rewinding formula. First, you are getting my original collagen booster, Matrixyl, which I've already shown you is proven to boost collagen production as quick as the first application. Then you are getting my strongest elastin inhibitor peptide called Agiraline to help stop the degradation of elasticity in your skin. Then, to top it off, you are getting the amazing Snap 8 peptide, which was added to act on large areas of skin which can really show your age, like your forehead, neck, arms, and hands. But that isn't all. If you remember, I included nature's 7 most powerful moisturizers to give your skin that dewy, beautiful moisturized feeling. It has literally never been easier to start making a real change in the way your skin looks and feels. Normally, you'd have to buy at least 5 different products to get all the benefits that I've packed into this one jar of anti-aging facelift complex. And as I showed you earlier, that can cost a pretty penny. All you have to do is apply it once in the morning and once at night. It literally takes less than 30 seconds a day and costs you less than a cup of coffee. You really owe it to yourself to at least give this transformational formula a try. Just click the Next Step button below. If the order page appears, you're in luck. There's still supply left in stock at this incredible discount. Now look, the way I see it, you have 2 options right now. Option number 1, you can continue down the path you're on, spending insane amounts of money on all those creams and cosmetics that you know will never actually make you look any younger. Your wrinkles will continue to get deeper, your skin will sag further down your neck, and the way you feel about your appearance will continue to bother you. Now, of course, this is not what I want for you. And I'm not trying to scare you, but this is the very real consequences of doing nothing, of accepting option 1. Now, option number 2, you decide that this is your moment, the time when you make the decision to be a better you. When you tell yourself you are going to make a change to live a happier life, enjoy each and every day you are blessed with, and be the best possible person you can be. This is the moment you choose to take control of your life. No more wrinkles, no more eye bags, no more what ifs and what could have beens, and no more sitting in the mirror with that sinking feeling in your stomach that your best days are behind you. Both you and your loved ones deserve better than that, and deep down, you know it. My anti-aging facelift complex saved Kathleen from the confines of her anxiety and self-esteem problems, and it'll do the same for you. This is option number 2. This is your chance to make it happen. I think you know what button you need to click. So go ahead and click it now before it's too late. Start putting my anti-aging facelift complex to the test with my completely risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. Go ahead and hit the button below, and I'll see you on the other side to help guide you through your decision. Get the Bella Eater Skin Lab Anti-Aging Facelift Complex for as low as $39.99. Okay, if you're still here, it's probably because you have some questions. So I want to take a moment to answer some of the most common questions I've been asked about the Anti-Aging Facelift Complex. How do I use the Anti-Aging Facelift Complex? I know that a complicated skincare routine is hard to follow, and even harder to keep up. That's why I made the Anti-Aging Facelift Complex as easy as possible. Simply take a dime-sized amount of cream and apply it to the index and ring finger. Pat gently to desired areas and then rub in a circular motion until the cream has been fully absorbed. I recommend that you do this twice a day, when you wake up in the morning and before you go to bed. How does the Anti-Aging Facelift Complex work? The easiest way to think about the Anti-Aging Facelift Complex is as a smart cream. It's packed full of peptides which deliver messages inside the skin to boost collagen production and inhibit the muscle movements that cause elastin degradation. Once applied, the power ingredients like to work quickly to tighten, plump, smoothen, and lift areas of the skin which were previously damaged. What makes the Anti-Aging Facelift Complex different than other products? The Anti-Aging Facelift Complex is an all-in-one solution. You won't find another solution on the market which includes 3 individual peptides and 7 luscious moisturizers all in one jar. It's truly a first-of-its-kind product. On top of this, all of the ingredients in the Anti-Aging Facelift Complex are applied at lab strength and backed by comprehensive scientific studies, not thinly veiled marketing messages. I have sensitive skin. Will this product work for me? This formula was made with every skin type in mind. When I created it, I wanted women from all over the world, regardless of skin color, type, or age, to be able to use my cream. So if you have oily skin or dry skin, sensitive skin, or rough skin, the Anti-Aging Facelift Complex will work for you. Is there a money-back guarantee on the Anti-Aging Facelift Complex? This is what truly sets my cream apart from the competition. When was the last time you tried a skin cream and were allowed to use it for a full 30 days before deciding if you wanted to keep it? I am so confident in my formula because I know you will love it. And once you see the amazing results you're going to achieve, you would never dream of sending it back. What is the recommended age group for this product? It doesn't matter how old you are, any age is the right age to start with a skincare routine. If you already have a lot of wrinkles, the Anti-Aging Facelift Complex can help to rewind the damage caused to your skin. But if you are young and your skin is still in good shape, the Anti-Aging Facelift Complex can help to prevent wrinkles from showing up in the first place. Will it work with other skincare products that I own? You can use the Anti-Aging Facelift Complex with virtually any other product on the market. I would only recommend giving a small amount of time between using products to allow the ingredients to fully absorb into your skin unimpeded. What does Anti-Aging Facelift Complex feel like on your skin? Because of the 7 powerful moisturizers included in this formula, the cream goes on extremely smooth. It feels light and airy, dries quickly, and leaves your skin feeling dewy to the touch. You're going to love how your skin feels after you apply it. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at support@vibrancelabs.com or by telephone at 1-855-583-1991. This has been Dr. Malcolm Lesavoy from Bella Ita Skin Lab. I hope you enjoyed my presentation and have a great day.